Hello everyone, Kara Melendi here from spiritualgoddesses.com, giving you a cosmic update because we have lots happening right now, and I really want to focus in on Chiron, the wounded healer, recently moving into Aries and what this represents, because it's going to be hanging out there until 2027. So we've got a while to work with this energy. We also have lots of other things happening. We have the Sun moving into Taurus this week. We have Saturn retrograde and Pluto retrograde. So lots of big changes. Say hi as you join me. We've got Eva and Kelly and Sam. Say hi below. And I also ask that you share this out so we can get this information out there. I feel like a lot of people were tapped into the energy of the shift that's happening this week and really feeling like it's time to embrace this new identity and move forward. So knowing the astrology behind it can really help. So welcome, welcome. If you are new to me and new to my work, I am passionate about helping you awaken your inner goddess, co-create magic with the universe. And I do a lot of work with astrology because as we connect with this cosmic energy, it's so much easier to manifest. And it helps you understand those different parts of who you are, those different archetypes that make up yourself, because it's not just that these changes are happening externally, they're happening within you as well. And that's why we really connect with astrology, and it helps us better understand ourselves. Hello, Dana. Stephanie, I've made a live finally. Nice tan. Thank you, Stephanie. I'm just getting back from Mexico. I was at a retreat in Mexico, and it was an amazing week, very much needed, and I tried to soak up as much sun as I can. I feel like the sun really recharges me, as it does for many people, so thank you. And Lamorla, welcome, welcome. Okay, so let's jump in and talk about Chiron. So Chiron is an asteroid, and in astrology, we refer to it as the wounded healer. And I always look at Chiron when I'm doing readings for people. The placement of Chiron in your natal chart can reveal so much. Chiron is like this bridge between our earthly self and what we're here to do on the physical plane and our spiritual evolution and our soul journey. So when I look at Chiron in a chart, it really gives a glimpse into past lifetimes and wounding and trauma that we're holding onto, or that you're uniquely holding onto, but it's also the key to your power. So as you address this and transform that part of you that's been wounded, and that's indicated by the Chiron placement, it becomes your greatest strength. It becomes your greatest teacher and your greatest ability to really share that gift with other people. So we've had Chiron hanging out in Pisces, and I want to talk a little bit about that. And let me know as I go over this if you can relate to some of these themes that have been taking place with Chiron in Pisces. And it's been there since 2010. I think Chiron has been in Pisces. So it hangs out in these signs for a while, especially Pisces and Aries. And in the sign of Pisces, it's really been about soul evolution, soul growth, and deep level healing. And a lot of the readings that I've been doing for people lately, they've mentioned this theme of feeling like they're healing generational patterns, and they're healing for the collective. So feeling like it's going so much deeper than just doing healing work for them, but they're really healing, because as you heal yourself, you heal past generations, you heal future generations. And Chiron in Pisces really was a theme around that. So let me know if you relate to that. And hi, Nina, how are you? Hello, Jessica and Stephanie. Say hi if you're jumping in. Also share this out. Let's get this information out there. So Chiron in Pisces, especially in the very last degrees, which it's been in throughout this year so far, it's been a lot of shadow work. So going back and really looking at even some of the things that you might have thought you've healed in your life, and it's like the layers of the onion where you're doing even deeper level healing. So that's been going on with Chiron in Pisces. And also we see more light workers stepping up. We've seen more people really sharing their spiritual gifts. We've seen energy psychology, energy medicine become more mainstream. And I have a background in psychology, so I did my master's in psychology, did mainstream training, and I've always been open to just learning as many tools and techniques as possible, because I feel the more tools I have, the more that I can assist other people. But what I recognized early on when I first graduated, that a lot of people that did the mainstream studying of psychology were closed off to some of these techniques. But over the course of these 7 years, I feel like it's been more of an opening up. And let me know if you resonate with that too. Like techniques such as EFT and tapping have become more common and people are more accepting of this. And part of that has been Chiron in Pisces, where we're tapping into our energy self. We're tapping into our spiritual self. So we've seen this evolution of light workers stepping up, of energy medicine and psychology, and some of those alternative techniques become more common. Things like astrology, where more people are opening up to that and how it can influence them in their life. Hi, Alicia. How are you? Happy Thursday, Jessica. And Katie's saying she can relate to this. Hello, Lorianne. Say hi if you are just jumping in now. So that's been some of the theme with Chiron in Pisces. Now we have Chiron moving into Aries, and this just happened on Tuesday. So this is a recent shift, and it's going to be here until 2027. So like I said, we've got a while to work with this, and it is a very different energy. So Chiron moving into Aries really is about taking initiative. It's about connecting with your warrior spirit. Aries is like that part of you that is so strong, that can embrace a challenge and knows no matter what comes my way in life, I have the strength to face this and come out even stronger. And Chiron in Aries is an invitation to do that, to really take initiative for your life. So this is about releasing and letting go of any part of you that's holding on to a victim mentality or that's been in a place of blame. And it really is about saying, okay, I'm going to take charge here. I am going to take responsibility, connecting with that inner warrior. We're also going to see more of the divine masculine coming about because Aries energy embodies that. And while Chiron was in Pisces, we saw a lot of talk around the divine feminine and, of course, goddess energy, which I work with as well. I love connecting with the goddess energy, the divine feminine. A large part of that is to do with Chiron in Pisces. Pisces is very much that feminine energy of joy and creativity. Now, we also need to marry that with the divine masculine, and Aries embodies that. So the divine masculine being that part of you that takes initiative, that takes action, that is assertive, that is really strong in who you are. So you're really being called to step up and embrace that. Thank you for the hearts, and let me know if this is resonating, if you're jumping in now. Hi, Sarah, how are you? Katie's saying that's me. I'm an Aries, Sun, Mercury, and Mars, and Venus. Oh, wow, so you have a powerful Aries influence in your chart. Yeah, anyone with a lot of Aries energy really will step up, will take initiative. They're very strong, very assertive. It is that warrior energy, right? And we all have Aries in our chart somewhere, and collectively we're invited to work with this energy right now. So this is for us all. We're all being called to invite in that warrior spirit, connect with that part of you. Tara, I'm just going to read some of these comments and then I'll explain a little bit more about this as well. So Tara shared it out. Thank you so much. And we just had Sarah Hoffman jump in as well. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so this is also about a time of looking at your identity. So how you show up in the world. Aries is the first sign in the zodiac, so it has to do with everything about the self, your belief systems, your values, what you put out in the world, how you show up. Some people, and I feel even with Chiron in the last degrees of Pisces, some people were feeling this call to really like take on a new identity in the sense of like changing their appearance, getting a new haircut, even changing their name slightly. And this is the influence of Chiron in Aries, where you're really looking at how am I showing up in the world, and does it really feel aligned with who I am? Does it feel aligned with my core values? And if not, you're really going to feel called to change that right now, to make those changes to how you are showing up and really reflecting on that inner world, because Pisces was all about working with the unconscious, your inner self, your spiritual growth at a soul level. And now Aries is about externalizing that. So taking those lessons, taking that deep healing work that I know a lot of us have been doing, I know I've been on that journey, and now it's about asking, is that reflected in my outer reality? Am I showing up and really embodying those core values? So Chiron in Aries is a call to really do that, to look at how you're showing up in the world, look at what you value, look at how you're presenting yourself in the world. All right, Katie, yep, divine masculine and feminine are ready to merge. Yes, really feeling that for sure. And we need both. When we talk about manifesting, we need both of these energies together, because the divine feminine is that creative part that knows how to receive. So if you're having trouble manifesting, working with the divine feminine is really important. Are you open to receiving the abundance that surrounds you? Are you open to receiving the money that you want, the soulmate clients that you want, the soulmate relationship? So that's the divine feminine. It's also about being in this place of pleasure and joy and receiving that, all about receiving. Now the divine masculine is about going out and making it happen, taking that action. So even asking yourself where you fall on that spectrum. Are you more passive? Sometimes we can spend too much time in meditation and doing the inner work, and it does start with the inner work. We have to be energetically in alignment first, but then we do have to take aligned, inspired action. And that's what Aries energy calls us to do, is take action, aligned action, which is much different than like pushing things in place and trying to make things happen. This is about when you feel inspired, taking action. So that's the divine masculine that we're working with Aries. And Chiron is going to retrograde as well. So even though it's now in the sign of Aries, it is going to retrograde back into Pisces. And I really do see part of that as being this opportunity to merge the divine feminine with the divine masculine. And again, really looking at, does your inner self, how you feel you are at a soul level, does that match your external reality? And if not, how can you merge the two? So that's really powerful. Let me know if that is resonating with you. And say hi if you jump in. We have Sarah here, Sarah Fellon, Michelle, Alyssa, Haley. I'm always afraid I'm going to pronounce names wrong, so I apologize if I do. It's like the worst thing when we hear somebody say our name wrong. But thank you for the love and the hearts. Say hi if you're joining. So yes, this is definitely about that merging. Now, Aries energy also relates to confidence. Aries energy in its actualized state is very confident. And when we're looking at Chiron, it's about healing. So this is about healing any part of you that feels like you can't show up confidently, or any part of you that still feels like you have low self-esteem. We all have the inner critic that comes in from time to time, right? So this is about really looking at that and healing that inner critic, healing the part of you that's weighing you down, those limiting beliefs, those old programs. It's time to release that. Chiron in Aries is also about looking at how you deal with anger in your life, because Aries energy is known to have a temper as well. It can get really angry at times, right? It's that masculine energy. It's that fire, passionate energy. So this is about embracing anger. And sometimes as light workers, we feel like we just have to shove that down. And I know often early in life, we're not shown like how to work with anger. And as a child, if we express anger, sometimes we get in trouble and then we think it's wrong somehow. So Chiron in Aries is about healing that and recognizing the part of you that may be holding on to this feeling of injustice, or it's not fair, or just feeling anger, right? And allowing yourself to feel that and express that in appropriate ways. Chiron in Aries is definitely going to bring deep healing to that area. It can also relate to the physical self as well. Now that'll be a little bit more as Chiron enters Taurus, which we don't need to look at that now because we've got Chiron in Aries for a while, but it is a little bit about the physical self as well, using your physical energy, how you're caring for your physical body. Basically, just think everything to do with the self and how you are showing up in the world. All right, I'm just going to scroll down here. Hey, Christine, how are you doing? Haley, you're so welcome. I am so passionate about astrology. And if you haven't already, you've got to join me over on the Future Life app if you're an astrology lover, because each week I do an in-depth forecast. So you get all the details week by week. So you can just send me a message if you want in on that. That is Future Life. It's an app as well as a web page. So let me know. You can send me a personal message and I can give you the details and the link to that. Let me see, Rena, you are awesome. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that for sure. Yes, so also if you want me to take a deeper look at your natal chart and your placement of Chiron, some people are in their Chiron return. Some people were in their Chiron return with Pisces. Now that it's moving into Aries, it may be your Chiron return. So it's like you have personally gone through this whole cycle of healing. But for us all, it really is a signal of a new beginning and a fresh start. And it's really cool cool that this shift happened while the sun was still in the sign of Aries. So that's just amplified. This new beginning, this fresh start. Now this week we also have the sun moving into Taurus. Let me know if we have any Taurians here, anyone with their zodiac in Taurus. So for you, it would be a new solar return, a new year for you. So that's really exciting. Yeah, so thank you so much, everybody, for joining me today. Katie's saying she loves the app. Yeah, Future Life is pretty cool for sure. If you want a private reading, you can reach out right on Facebook, send me a personal message, and I can take a deeper look at your chart and how these changes are affecting you. Thank you so much for hanging out today, spending this time with me, learning about Chiron and Aries. And the main takeaway would really be connect with that inner warrior spirit. Remember that comes from within. You have that strength within you, and really look at how you're showing up in the world and know that you have the power to create whatever you desire. Chiron in Aries is really powerful for manifesting. It is in Pisces as well. So it's really interesting that we've been at this stage in our evolution as well where we're becoming more aware of the power we have to manifest the experiences that we want in life. So that would be the main takeaway. Thank you for the hearts. Haley's a Taurus, so happy solar return for you. Christine, oh, I was feeling a bit exhausted. Oh no, sending love and energy. Give your body that chance to rest. And she's saying your energy is welcome. Well, thank you so much. Thank you again for joining me. Sending love and light to you all. And I will see you again soon. So bye for now.